gears. I'm gonna step over. You gonna follow me? All right, here we go. You know, I can't have every product, but when this came out and I saw what Lisa did with it, I said, Lisa, you can just come on out. Everybody knows you. I will tell you that this is one of the most amazing products, and every time Lisa comes out, this thing sells out. We still have, you've maintained this great price at $79.95. So let me ask everybody out there a quick question, and you know this as well. You don't think twice about changing the filters in your car. You don't think twice about changing the filters in your air conditioner, in your vacuum, which has, all these things have filters that trap dirt and dust and scuzz and slime and all the nasty things. So let's go up here to this part of our body. There's no filter you can pull out, yet inside, it's like, why are there little hairs in my nose and my ears? Well, that's God's way and evolution's way of protecting you and making sure things don't go down into your lungs, but they all go up in here. So the old days, you know, you could try the little drip things at the health food store. What do they call that thing? The neti pots?
Squeeze bottles, neti pots, all kinds of things that I would never show. Or you can try Navage. Navage is going to give you incredible fast nasal relief from sinus congestion. If you're experiencing, you know, if you've got colds and all these other stuff, and it doesn't get rid of any of that. What it does is it relieves that awful congestion and that nastiness that's up in there. Stuffy noses, this flushes out dust, pollen, allergens, and yes, the evil bugs that are inside there. Even those things will come out. That funk and gunk.
Thank you for being here. And I love that you're going to show everybody how to use this, but what you get when you order, so let me tell them that, and then I'll let you just go, Lisa.
Absolutely.
What you get when you order is you actually get the Navage machine. There's these little soft little nose tips that actually go inside your nostril, and what happens is the water goes in one side, and it comes out the other via the vacuum system that's inside. It's very soft, it's very gentle, it's easy to do. We give you these saline pods to go along with it. And here we give you more than anywhere else. How many are there in total? 40, right?
Yeah.
So normally you get 30, we give you an extra 10. These pods just go on the top of the machine, then you add whatever kind of water you want to add, purified water, tap water, doesn't matter. The fact is, this stuff is going to clean you out, and when you're done, you feel so good.
Oh, yes.
You can breathe again.
It moisturizes and hydrates, and you're going to love that clean nose feeling because, you know, there's something like 50% of the population that suffers from some kind of congestion due to allergies or sinusitis. And I mean, we all get colds. Allergy season is right around the corner.
People get it turning the heat on. It's so cold, and the heat,
it gets dried out.
The dust gets kicked around your house.
Yes, and you know how that feels. And actually, when I first showed this, people afterward, they said to me, "Oh, did that hurt when you did it?" I don't like pain more than anybody. And I'm telling you, it feels great. It does. And it's so easy. I would never show. You mentioned the squeeze bottle, the neti pot. I would never show that on TV.
It's everywhere. It's a mess.
That's right. And you know, you talked about how the water goes from the top tank. It's going to come through this docking station, through these medical grade silicone nose pillows, and this twists around so you can have it going in one side and out the other, or change
so you can change barrels.
It's personalized. That's right.
Exactly.
And again, it's a natural, it's completely natural. This has saline in it, and this pod is going to mix instantly with the water that you put in. You want to look at your label to figure out what kind of water you do want to use. Maybe you have a special requirement in your area. It tells you. Anyway, then everything is in here. All that gunk, the funk, the incrustations, it's down here.
You know, I smile because it is, but you know what? It's so much better that it's in here than up in here.
Right.
And not only that, you know, there's the classic Seinfeld episode where he gets caught in there with the girl he's dating, thinks he's picking his nose, and it's disgusting. And he's like, no, it was a scratch, and she says it was a pick. Regardless of what happens to you, this is going to help get rid of whatever's in there.
That's right. And I can show this to you so fast. It mixes instantly.
And Lisa's going to do it live for you.
That's
so
right.
You got to check it out.
And I mean, I would not do this if it didn't feel amazing, if it wasn't easy, if it wasn't clean. This is the kind of thing you can take with you. You can, it's handheld, it's portable. The technology that's going on in this machine is amazing, and it feels good, and it's already done.
You're done. Grab a little towel, because, you know, just because you have a little bit of residual water in your nose, but that's all you do. You dab it, and you are done. And then, as you lay your head on your pillow, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can breathe. I can breathe on my left side. I can breathe on my right side. It is so amazing. Not only that, it's like, you know, it's like when you brush your teeth or you go to the dentist, you know, when you come out and your teeth are clean and you feel so good. It's the same thing, and you can do that. And there's no overdoing this. You can do this in the morning. You can do this at night.
That's right.
If you are battling colds and all these other terrible things, and you've got symptomatic things you want to try to work on, you can pop this in your nose and you're good to go. Anybody can use this. It's simple. There's no chemicals. The pods are just a little bit of water and salt, which, you know, you go to the store and they'll say, if you have issues with your nose, they'll give you saline drops to put up there. This is the way to do it. It cleans it out. We're going to listen to a doctor who's going to tell you a little bit about this, and then Lisa's going to come back, and she's probably going to do it again. Get on board. You're going to love this. Take a listen.
As an ear, nose, and throat physician, I've recommended it for years. Until recently, the only systems available have been neti pots and squeeze bottles. These push salt water through the nose. Navage is different. It pulls saline through the nose with powered suction, flushing out mucus, dust, and allergens. My patients love Navage.
All right, anyway, you listen to the doctor, you know, and you got to think about it. Think about what's in the air every day. Do you ever take a pillow out in your house and in the sun and you hit the pillow and you say, all this stuff kind of fly off the pillow?
Yes.
A lot of that is just dirt and dust. A lot of it is dander. If you have pets and your pets are giving you issues, you know, you find you're constantly sneezing or you're stuffy. It happens all the time. There's certain things I could eat or drink that kind of make me feel stuffy. I need to get that instant relief, and that's what this is all about. When you order, you get 40 of the pods. That's a lot. And you can reorder the pods on hsn.com too. You get the system itself, and the price for this is ridiculous. It's $20 under retail and $20 under our price at only $79.95. Lisa has a special deal with us. You can get this home for $19.99, and we discounted the shipping down to $3. It doesn't take up a lot of space. We even give you the little cradle.
The caddy, yeah.
The caddy, excuse me, to go with it. So you're good to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can see how efficient and effective and clean this is. The water's in the top tank, and it has been mixed perfectly with the saline pod, and it's going in one side. It's thoroughly flushing and bathing and moisturizing and hydrating while it's removing all the dust and pollen, germs, mites, whatever is in the air, dander. And then it brings it into the bottom tank. And they actually talked about whether or not to make the bottom tank clear or not.
I want to see what's in there.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
I want to know what's coming out. That's proof is in the pudding kind of thing, right?
That's right. And but you also feel it. I mean, there's just no dispute. Unlike any kind of pill you might take, the relief is instant. You just pop this into the crushing chamber. It's mixed, no guesswork.
So the salt water goes and mixes in with your ordinary water that you put in there. And so that's the exact amount. It tells you exactly how much to put in as far as the water you add,
yeah, there's a fill line. I have it
And where is the
up.
Little control button? It's right on the side,
It's right there. Push of one button is all I have
And you
to
can
figure
hear
out.
it very gently. It makes a very kind of soft vibrating sound as it's pulling the water through.
That's right.
And think about it. It's washing out your nasal passages, and not just as we say the little, you know, the two little, you know, garage door openings there, but the entire system that goes around throughout your sinus gets rinsed out.
That's right.
And because I think a lot of times you wonder why, like if you breathe something in but you cough it up. Right? But because everything is connected.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And what this does, again, it thoroughly cleans you out. So you have that instant relief, and it's drug-free.
So we'll show you how it works. So you take the little nosy things, right? Put them inside.
That's right. And you can get different size nose pillows. It's a silicone grade medical, and then boom, you just push one button. And the thing is it gets faster and faster as I do it because my nose is nice and cleaned out. And so it happens really quickly, but it just feels amazing. And I wouldn't talk and use a neti pot. I wouldn't talk and use a squeeze bottle.
No, and it honestly, to figure this out, how to use it, it takes about 10 seconds. Read the instructions when you get there. You kind of just close off the back of your throat while you're doing it. It's very easy to do. It's a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
And then what happens is it starts to drain down. So here is, you know, obviously we're not seeing anything because, you know, this woman is clean. Sorry, I'm making you laugh. But let me tell you something. The first time I used it, I had my brothers come to town and they were both like, we're gonna try this. I'm like, you're gonna get addicted when you use it. And so both my brothers came into town at different times, and I had them try it because, you know, in our family, all of us get kind of like, we don't have a lot of allergy problems, but in wintertime, when we turn the heat on, it makes us stuffy. And I know for my mom, it's like she drinks red wine. It makes you a little bit stuffy. And it's like, and so, you know, this is just natural things that happen. And the natural way to get rid of that is to run this saline water. You know, don't grab a plastic bottle and squirt some weird chemical up there. You don't want to do stuff like that. Who knows what kind of damage that's doing? This is more natural. It's like what, do you ever like swim in the ocean and you come out and your nose, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like the salt makes you feel so good. It's that same kind of feeling.
It's that same thing.
Yeah.
It's cleansing. It feels amazing.
All right, we have another testimony. This is an actual opera singer,
That's
right?
That's right.
Oh
you
my
can
gosh.
hear it in his voice.
So let's listen to somebody that really relies on this whole area of their body and see how they utilize it every single day. Take a listen.
Nasal irrigation is something that we've used for many years as singers. The great thing about the Navage is it goes in, gets what it has to get, and then it pulls it right back out. I think lay people will find this to be such a benefit for them simply because they will get relief from these allergens, and I think it will be a revelation.
I find that so fascinating when I see different people and you realize what they have to go through. You know, and I actually have you know, I grew up in Connecticut, so I used to go to New York all the time. And I had a girl I dated, one of her best friend's father was in a show on Broadway, and we got to go backstage.
Fun.
And the stuff that they have to do to get themselves prepared, their voices, they rinse things out. Those guys, I mean, when this was invented, they were probably like, oh my gosh, I need that.
That's
because
right.
anything that's going to be in your, you know, that's going to be in your throat or in your nose, that kind of is there. It's going to affect you if you're a singer or a talker. You're going to hear a little rattle, or you can always tell. You talk to somebody, and you're like, gosh, you can tell they're sick.
Oh,
you can hear the stuffiness
in their voice. That's right.
Yeah.
Or in their breathing, you can tell. And as you mentioned, or was mentioned earlier, I teach yoga. I'm always telling people that the breath is the key to life. The ability to breathe in deeply allows you to relieve stress naturally. It allows you to sleep better. And as we all know, being well rested is really one of the essential elements of a healthy life.
Key to everything, right?
And I'll tell you, the first time that I used it, the very first time, that night when I went to sleep, I felt like I actually woke up at night because I wasn't tossing and turning. Because usually I would spend so much of the night just struggling with my nasal passages closing. And I woke up and I felt as if, wait, what's going on? And that doesn't happen anymore. That happened once.
This is one of those items that we offer here because, hey, listen, there's some things that you know, improve the quality of your daily life. There's some things, oh great, you know, like we love our steamer, you know, you want to eat healthier, all that stuff.
That's right.
Then there are some things that really change, that are really life-changing, that we have here. You know, Tony Little has a great micropedic pillow. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, it's because I need to sleep every day. This is one of those other things we were talking about. Even the light you just showed, you know, things that can make you feel more comfortable when you lay your head on your pillow and make you, because there's nothing worse. When you have a cold, do you ever sleep well? I never do.
No.
I'm always like, and remember, this doesn't cure anything. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about cleaning out your nasal passageways and that whole system so that when you lay down, you don't feel like, oh, I have to flip over on this side, to flip over on that side. I need to sleep with a box of tissues by my bed.
Right.
Do you sleep with a box of tissues by your bed every night? If you do, you need to try this. That's not the answer. That's a Band-Aid, right?
That's
not
right.
You're not doing anything. And then you wake up and you got those nasty, disgusting, crusty, freaking Kleenexy things.
It's the gentle powered suction that's at the heart of this technology. I mean,
Right.
this is truly an innovation in nasal care, and you can see it right here. It's thoroughly flushing out the sinuses, and nothing else works this way. This technology is just amazing, and because it's drug-free, I can show it again and again. I've put another SaltPod into the crushing chamber.
You're gonna be as clean as a whistle.
I'm gonna mix it, and I'm telling you, if it hurt, I do not have what's called a poker face. You would see it in my face.
I know.
So you just place it, and again, these are so comfortable because they have a flared edge, and it fits, and that makes a seal, and that's it.
You're right.
That might be the most complicated part.
There's no dripping. You don't see anything if you watch. As Lisa does it, it's not coming down her face, not dripping off her chin.
That's right.
It's going in one barrel, and then it circulates up. It takes all the nastiness away, and then it deposits it down here in the bottom. Now, of course, it's crystal clear now because
Don't expect that.
This is your third time, but let me tell you, and I'm telling you, you try this one time, and I tell you, you will be hooked. And it's a really good addiction to have because you're cleaning it, and you're not using it. You said it's chemical free. All you're putting in there is salt, right? Just a natural salt goes through there. It helps to clean things. It helps to sort of sanitize things. I mean, you know, you use salt as salt preserves things. Salt's amazing, right? It's one of those amazing products like honey or anything else. It's a natural thing that will help you. And so if it just gets you to sleep better, it's worth it. If it makes you feel better when you're sick and you have all this head stuff and you're just like, oh, I feel like my head's gonna explode, try it. You know, this is not a $300, $400 item. You know, and I know that. We have items that are like that, real expensive items that, you know, if it's worth it for you, you'll go. This is something you can try. It's only $20 to get it home. So pay the $20, get it home, and do yourself a favor. Try it for 30 days, right?
Actually, we have what we like to call the Navage Challenge. You try it every day, twice a day for 2 weeks, and it really resets. And if you are not...
It's like hitting the reset button, right, on your whole breathing thing.
That's right. And it completely changed my experience with congestion. And that was after I'd already been using it. You do it twice a day, every day for 2 weeks, and then you're going to find you love that clean nose feeling. I mean, we guarantee it.
Yeah, you will. And by the way, we Lisa brought in a little over 11,000. I have 2,900 left. So this has been popular every time it comes out. The Flex Pay is just for today. That extra Flex is normally on 3 Flex. Today, it's a $20 bill to get it home.
Nice. Hey, and also, I just like to mention that this takes all the guesswork out of it. Besides the SaltPod being pre-measured, because gosh knows I have made that mistake before. You get all the things that you need.
The little tools you'll need to clean it.
That's right. To immediately get started and start using it right out of the box. You don't have to hunt around. There's no guesswork.
And when you get it, all you need to do is click on the top and the bottom. I mean, it's a couple of pieces to put together. It just clicks on. You have the one little screwdriver to tighten the little screw, and that's all that you need to do. So you don't need to be somebody that's a handyman to do this. Let me show everybody one more time what you get, because it really is a great package. We throw in the extra SaltPods, and by the way, we do have extra SaltPods available on hsn.com. I think we have a 120 pack that's available as well, and we also have the Navage case if you'd like to get that too, which I find, thank you so much. We have it in blue or we have it in black. I love having the case because you're going to want to take this on trips. Don't leave it home.
Because the plane.
When you're on vacation, if you have it, airplanes. Oh my gosh, I need to think about that every time.
Well, and you're also breathing in what everyone around you has been breathing.
Hey, Paul, what's the price on the case? Because I actually have 2 Navages at my house. You guys I bought one and then you guys gave me one and I kept them because I'm like, I want both.
Absolutely.
It's only $24.95 for the hard shell case. So you can take this with you when you travel, and I don't care. It's like, hey, listen, I brought mine when I went up to Universal because you're in a hotel room. Did you ever go into a hotel room?
Oh, now, just taking the comforter off.
That's it. The carpets are not being removed.
Oh, no.
The drapes are not being removed. Anything that's flown around there is not being removed. So it's a great way to be able to do that as well. So again, I apologize, I've started here. 30 of the pods come with it. All right, at HSN, we give you the extra 10 pods. We give you the system itself, the little caddy that comes along with it, ways to clean it, and then the little screwdriver. You don't even have to supply that, everything, because there's little spaces where you tighten, and that screwdriver will fit there. This whole system, if you throw in the case, it's $100, guys. It's about $100 with the case. It's ideal, and you will have this forever. What's nice about it is there's really no moving parts. There's no motor that you have to deal with. It's a little suction valve that you can use it over and over and over and over again.
That's right. And this is for the battery door.
Right.
And I'll tell you it's so simple. You're using it for 20 seconds a day. It lasts and it lasts. And the construction is so high quality.
I love that you don't have to plug it in.
I do too.
You know what? It's so funny. It's like holidays. When I had all these LED lights that worked on batteries, I'm like, I don't have to worry about cords and plugs, and I can put them anywhere. Yeah. When you don't have a battery, when you don't have a cord, you can take it anywhere and use it everywhere. Camping, backpacking, whatever. If you're going away for a week and you're going to be like out in the woods or whatever, take this with you. It takes up a tiny little bit of space, and you'll be able to utilize it without plugging it in, right? It's great. Power goes out. You can still use your Navage.
You wouldn't leave the house without your toothbrush, right? If you went on a trip, if you went anywhere, this is just going to become part of that daily routine. It's part of my morning routine, wake up, start the coffee, feed the dog,
Look how many people have picked it up, Lisa. 8,390.
Oh, my.
Now, this is a woman that specializes in wellness, and she teaches yoga, she does all that stuff. So let me tell you something, and those are the folks I listen to. I would much rather listen to you than go to some doctor's office and get something that I don't want. I would much rather try a natural way, and there's no way this is not gonna work for you because we all have the same sort of thing up here. This is gonna help to get rid of it. You wouldn't think about not washing your clothes for a month or 2 months or 3 months or washing your hair. Why don't you wash out what's in here? Because you can do it, right?
That's right.
Can't clean. You can't really do that with your lungs, but you can do that with your nose. You're the best. Thank you so much. Are you coming back today?
Yes, I am.
What time?
Noon and at 4.
Noon at 4 o'clock if you missed.